It's Friday. Well, hopefully it is. I'm on holiday at the minute, so hopefully when this goes out, it's Friday. I think it is anyway. Right. So hopefully it's Friday. If it's not Friday, it's Wednesday. I want to give you something to think about for the weekend. Because yeah, I think we should. I like to ponder things over the weekend, and so something to think about is, and to maybe look into, is the holiday industry. I think it's wonderful how they market it and their demand pricing and what they do and how they price holidays. You can always learn from every industry, and I think that they are top of their game when it comes to demand pricing. The holiday companies, airlines, etc. We can look up to them. We can really learn from them. They're the pinnacle. If they're 91 out of 100 for demand pricing, self-storage is it a 6 or a 7? So we can bridge that gap and learn from them. Something I've learned just in the past couple of weeks, I'll tell you a few things I've learned. So number one is that when you're searching for a holiday, and so you say, here, you put your parameters in, and you say, let's search. Guess what happens? They've tested this. I couldn't believe it when I heard this. They purposely make the search last longer, so they can produce the results quicker, but they don't. And this isn't all companies in the industry. This is just certain companies. I don't know which ones, but I know this to be true because I've listened to a podcast and I've listened to a book about it. And so they actually make it take longer for your search results to come. Why do they do that? I'm thinking, why? Customers want things now. Because the longer something takes to come, the more that we appreciate it, the more we give it value, the more value we give it in our head subconsciously. Crazy, but they've tested it and it really does work. There's an increase of something like 3.58% on conversions when you do this. I was like, fuck, this is good. This is amazing. Something else I've learned as well when we've been looking for holidays is I don't think the technical term is cookie you, but they know your IP address. So they know what IP address you are searching from. So if you keep searching holiday from a certain computer, the IP address, they know it, they log it, and that price continues to go up. That price will continue to go up. We tested this because I was thinking, nah, it can't possibly be true. Can't possibly be true. We tested this with a different IP address and looked at the same holiday, exactly the same time, exactly the same company, days, flights, everything the same. And it was dearer. It was £112 or something dearer. It was incredible. I was like, this is wonderful. Claire was like, my wife was like, this isn't fair. This is, I can't believe it. They're extorting people. It's not for, I said, no, it's capitalism. This is marketing. It's fine. It's just demand pricing. This is psychological. It's wonderful. And we can all learn from this as well. Demand pricing as well. It's something that we'd start with. Most people are doing now. Hopefully you're doing the same, but the less units you've got, the higher, the dearer your prices should be. And with an airplane, the less seats are available, then the more expensive it is. I'll give you another example. We booked Centre Parks 12 months ago, well, in December last year for December next year, and we paid 850 quid for, I can't remember what it was, but we paid 850 quid. And now the same holiday is 1,600 quid. 1,600 quid. And the reason why we know that is because my dad's ex-partner has booked it at exactly the same time, and so it's more than doubled in price. And we're going exactly the same days, exactly the same lodges, everything's the same, apart from he booked it last week, we booked it 8 months prior. It is mental, but it's demand pricing. It's demand pricing, and we should all be utilizing, we should all be learning from this. The less units you have in a certain size, the more expensive they should be. They should never be the same price as when you had 10 available as when you have 2 available. When you have 2 available should always be more expensive than when you had 10 available. It's demand pricing, my friends. What else is it to tell you about this? The holiday industry. Oh, there was something else. I can't remember. But obviously, the closer it comes as well. In my experience, this is only my experience. I tried to verify this by looking on podcasts about it, but I can't find anything. The closer the date, the closer you are to the date, the more expensive it becomes as well. And so, could we do that? Could we interpret that into our pricing model? So if somebody says if they want a price and when you need it for immediately, then we put 10% on it. Then if somebody wants it in 4 weeks' time and we discount it by 10%, could we do something like that? Perhaps. Is it worth testing? Perhaps. Will I do it? No, because I don't. But it's just something we should talk about. It's something that we should be open to discussing. Why is it okay for one industry to do it and not the other? Cancellation fees as well. I know it's completely different with an airline to a unit, but should there be cancellation fees? We cancelled our holiday to Turkey, £150 a person to cancel. Should we be doing something like this? And I'm not saying we should or we shouldn't, but I'm saying that we should be open to these discussions. We should be looking at how other industries do it, and then we should be trying to bring back into our industry, because don't forget, them industries have been around for so long. Jay Abraham always says, look at other industries and bring them back to your industry. Because what's normal for another industry, what's normal protocol and procedure isn't normal at all for our industry, yet we could make more money using that protocol. The self-storage industry is very, very new in terms of how long other industries have been around. And so can we improve? Of course we can. We'd be naive to think that we're not going to improve. How we run a self-storage company today is going to be vastly different to how we run a self-storage business in 10 years' time. But the answer is the question is, what do we do differently? How do we do things differently? How can we get a match on our competitors? How can we improve faster than our competitors? How can we maximize our returns faster than our competitors? What can we do differently? And if we keep asking those questions, then we'll be okay. It's the people who don't ask questions. It's the people who don't want to learn. It's the people who don't want to improve that aren't going to maximize the returns, aren't going to get the level of success that we're going to get. We're in business. We want to make money. We want to maximize it. Obviously, we want to give a customer experience, A-star customer experience. Of course we do. There's no doubt about it. Celebrity experience, Jeff Ram, brilliant. Read everything he does. He's wonderful. We want to look after the customers, but that doesn't mean we can't maximize our returns. We can't maximize how we show up. We can't maximize the money, the revenue, the profit that we get. There's nothing wrong with that. We're in business. We want to make our life as easy as possible. And by the way, the more money you take, the more you can treat your customers, the more we can look after our customers as well. So yeah, it was just something that that I found fascinating, how the whole industry operates and how we operate. Is there anything else I can tell you about the whole industry of my notes? I'm just looking down here now. No, God, I've got so many podcasts to do. 4 weeks versus 8 weeks, half price. 4 weeks half price, 8 weeks half price. We tested it. How to get funding, what's the return on investment you should be getting in your storage facility. That's an interesting one. I love that. How many quotes can you expect from a site? Yeah, that's good. Based on the population, there's so many good ones. Right. So what I do when I hear something about it from maybe a different industry or a book or something, I write a note saying I should do a podcast on it, and I must have 30, 40 podcasts to do, line up to do. Anyway, guys, girls, love you. Appreciate you. Have a wonderful weekend. And thank you so much for tuning in. I genuinely do appreciate you all. I think it's amazing, the community we're building. Self-storage is wonderful. We all seem to care about each other. We all seem to come together. We all seem to help each other as well. Whether it's because we're a new industry, I don't know. But it's unlike any other industry where we're almost helping each other out all the time. Yeah, it's good. All right, my friends. Love you. Appreciate it. Ta-ra.